Guardians of Dominion. Zeus reporting. Most players who get Byrna will make the same mistake. They will look at her skills, see magic damage and start stacking magic attack the way they would on any other mage. And for the first few days, it will feel fine. The numbers will look reasonable. The skills will deal damage. But they will be leaving half of Byrna's power on the table, and they will not realize it until much later, after the resources are already gone. Today we fix that. This is Byrna's full development priority: stats, skins, glyphs, artifacts, items, and Ascension, and by the end of this video, you will understand not just what to build, but exactly why. Let's start with the two stats that matter most, because everything else flows from here. Magic attack and health. Both are critical, and the reason is not obvious at first. Byrna does not scale in one direction like most mages. Part of her power comes from the direct output of her skills, damage dealt, healing delivered. But another part comes from the engine running underneath those skills. And those two parts depend on different stats. Magic attack improves Roar of Nature, Guardian Spirit, and Bear Cuddle directly. More magic attack means stronger casts, more damage, more healing, more pressure per activation. That side is straightforward. But then there is Living Heart. And this is where Byrna separates herself from every other magic hero in the roster. Living Heart builds Byrna's magic attack over time. Every heal triggers a stack. And that stacking engine runs on health. The larger her health pool, the more effectively that passive scales her into longer fights. So here is what that means in practice: if you only invest in magic attack, you are strengthening Byrna's output but starving the engine that multiplies it. If you only invest in health, the engine runs well but the base damage stays weak. You need both. And understanding that connection is the foundation of everything that follows. Skins? Right now Byrna has one skin available, the default skin, which gives strength. This matters more than it looks. Strength is Byrna's main stat. Every point of strength converts into 40 points of health and 1 point of physical attack. The physical attack is mostly irrelevant. What you are really buying is health, and that directly feeds the scaling engine we just talked about. We already know an armor skin is coming. Between the two, strength is clearly more valuable. Armor helps, but it does not contribute to Byrna's core scaling the way strength does. Further down the line, if Byrna receives additional skins, the priorities to watch for are magic attack and health. Strength is already covered by the default skin, so future additions will likely come through those two paths. When they arrive, those are the ones to develop first. Items. Each rank has 6 items, so eventually you build all of them. You cannot skip a rank. But what you can control is which item you finish first inside each rank. And for Byrna, that decision matters. The rule is simple: within any rank, look for the item that gives magic attack or health and start there. Those give you the strongest immediate return on your investment before you fill out the rest of the rank. A concrete example: at Red +1, Devourer of Mages gives magic defense, while Awakened Might gives 3000 magic attack. For Byrna, Awakened Might is not even close. That magic attack has direct, immediate value for her kit. Build that one first. Apply this logic at every rank. You are not skipping the weaker items, you are just making sure the strongest ones land first. Glyphs. 5 glyphs: magic attack, strength, magic penetration, magic defense, and armor. The first 2 are not a debate. Magic attack first, strength second. Magic attack directly improves the output of her 3 main skills. Strength feeds Byrna's health through the main stat conversion, which means it is also supporting her scaling engine, not just her durability. These two glyphs are doing the most important work, and they should be developed well ahead of everything else. Third priority is magic penetration. Once Byrna has strong output and a healthy scaling foundation, penetration ensures that pressure actually converts into real damage against targets with magic defense. It is the logical next step. After that, magic defense and armor close out the build. One important note here, Byrna's base defensive stats in these areas are relatively low, so do not expect those glyphs to transform her survivability. They help at the margins. They are about finishing the build, not defining it. The order: magic attack strength, magic penetration armor, and magic defense. Artifacts. 3 artifacts: Talisman of the Orc Princess, Manuscript of the Void, and Ring of Strength. Start with Ring of Strength. It gives a large strength boost, and as we have already established, strength converts directly into health for Byrna. That means Ring of Strength is essentially a massive health investment in artifact form. Given how much Byrna's scaling depends on health, this is the artifact that gives you the strongest foundation early. Second priority is Manuscript of the Void, magic attack and magic penetration in one artifact. Once the health side is covered, this is the natural next step. It strengthens the offensive output that Living Heart has been quietly building toward. Third is Talisman of the Orc Princess. The team-wide magic penetration buff for 9 seconds is genuinely useful, but it is a team utility effect, and in terms of Byrna's personal development priority, the first 2 artifacts contribute more to her core performance. The order: Ring of Strength, Manuscript of the Void, Talisman of the Orc Princess. Ascension. Ascension is mostly linear, you push the whole tree over time. But if your crystals and materials are limited, the same logic applies here as everywhere else. Look at the nodes, and when a small choice exists, lean toward magic attack, health, and strength first. Those are the nodes that align with how Byrna actually works. The rest will follow naturally as development continues. Here is what ties all of this together. Byrna is not a hero you build on instinct. The players who treat her like a standard mage and stack magic attack alone will get results, but they will plateau faster than they expect, and they will look back at the resources spent and wonder why she never quite hit the ceiling they were expecting. The players who understand that magic attack feeds her output, health feeds her engine, and strength feeds her health, those players build a Byrna that keeps scaling. A Byrna that gets more dangerous as the fight stretches on. A Byrna that her opponents cannot simply outlast. That is the build. Not just stronger numbers, but the right numbers, working together the way her kit was designed. Byrna is still in pre-order, so most players have not started building her yet. But if you are already planning your investment, or if you have a question about a specific rank or upgrade choice, drop it in the comments. I want to see what you are thinking. If this breakdown helped, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The next Byrna video is coming, and you do not want to miss it. Salute and friendship. In Dominion, the players who build with purpose are the ones who stay ahead.